is. You know how LeBron went back to Cleveland? This is what it feels like right now.
Oh, you're
I'm
coming
back.
back to Monday.
I'm
Okay,
back to
okay.
Monday, guys.
The last time Isaiah was here on the Monday show, he
Hey,
he killed Pepe.
I think we can put that in the past, guys. I think we've all accepted.
Here's the thing.
You know what? I'll be honest.
Isaiah, I would love to put it in the past, yet you keep putting it in the scripts.
Okay, from now on, I would just like to make this clear. I think my actions against Pepe a bit extreme.
Okay.
My bad, guys. Didn't mean to take it too far, but we all live and we learn, and today's a learning moment. Luckily, this isn't live on Facebook, so they'll never hear the story. But shout out to Pepe.
Shout out to Pepe. R.I.P. But we got news. Kianu, take it away with the news.
Yes, we got the news about 4 students were found dead near the University of Idaho campus after the school posted an alert about vandals. All 4 deaths were confirmed to be students from the university and are being investigated as a homicide. Captain Tyson Barrett from the Moscow Police Department could not provide details on how they died, but the department released more details once families had been notified. Bear hunting could possibly be coming back to the state of New Jersey. Due to an uptick in encounters since last year, Governor Murphy's reconsidering his decision on canceling bear hunting entirely. As early as next month, bear hunting could make a possible return. On Friday, November 11th, an attempted robbery was reported at approximately 7 p.m. 3 masked males and 1 non-masked male forced their way into a Bone Hall residence room and demanded items but left with nothing. On November 12th, Lux Diany was arrested by the University Police Department in connection to the event. The investigation remains active as the police department seeks other individuals involved in the crime. And for some good old weather, it is currently 39 degrees outside, and the highest today will be 45 degrees. I recommend layering up today as we start experiencing winter, but at least we have clear conditions all day. I'm Kianu Maysonett, and this is your 7 a.m. newscast.
Thank you so much, Kianu. And yeah, it's cold. I'm not loving that. I'm not loving it right now because it was 70 the other day, and then all of a sudden, we're back. We're cold again. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But Isaiah, the sports. How the sports doing?
The sports. I mean, Victor. It was indeed a glorious Sunday sports-filled event, and by event, I mean multiple games were going on, multiple leagues. And let's start live from LA. It's Tanner. Tanner, what'd you think? Thanks, Tanner. All right, the Giants were back in action yesterday, defeating the Houston Texans by a score of 24-16. Saquon Barkley totaled 152 yards and a touchdown on 35 carries. The G-Men score off with Jared Goff's Lions next week, and the Giants are now 7-2. Now, the Jets were on bye this week, but the Jets start the second half versus the Patriots next week, and we're excited to see what happens there. Are the Jets good, or are they pretenders? The Rangers defeated the Arizona Coyotes last night by a score of 4-1. Goodrow, Fox, Kreider, and Ryan Carpenter scored for the Blue Shirts. Do they have first names? Absolutely. Am I going to say them? No. Because the Knicks lost to the OKC Thunder 145-135 yesterday. Turns out defense optional, but both teams are now 6-7, and the Lakers took on the Nets and won 116-103. And the Tampa Bay Rays are opening trade offers for some pitchers. The Mets, that's right, this room's favorite team apparently, the Mets, are one of the teams interested in a trade. Could Tyler Glasnow be headed to Queens? Find out this offseason. Now, back to you, Tanner. Thank you, Tanner. All right.
Thank you so much for that news update.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes, it is incredible.
An electric day of sports.
Sports.
Joe, you're a huge sports fan. Talk about your perspective on the upcoming World Games.
Oh, thank you so much, Joe.
Breaking announcement. Safari cannot go live to Facebook for some reason today, but we'll be going live via Google Chrome very shortly.
Hey, shout out to Google Chrome, I guess.
Yay, bro.
Thank you.
We got stories to get to, right?
Yeah, we got stories to get to, and sadly, this one's a tragedy. There was a shooting at West Virginia. A shooter killed 3 people and wounded 2 others at the University of Virginia's main campus in Charlottesville on Sunday, and the suspect, University President Jim Ryan, said in a statement issued today, and the suspect, identified as a school student, remains at large. The campus was advised to shelter in place around 10:40 p.m. last night, following a shooting reported on Culbreth Road. It has been in lockdown as authorities search for the suspect. The suspect, identified by police as Christopher Darnell Jones Jr., is believed to be armed and dangerous. He's described as wearing a burgundy jacket with blue jeans and red shoes and may be driving a black SUV. Jim Ryan confirmed that the two wounded individuals are receiving medical care. Ryan that this violent has receiving medical care, and Ryan that this violent has visited the University of Virginia. Monday classes have been canceled due to the ongoing situation. University officials have not identified the victims or stated whether they were students. Authorities said Monday morning that multiple police departments are actively searching for Jones, including the use of a Virginia State Police helicopter. Jones is listed on the university's athletics website as a football player in 2018 who, as a freshman, did not participate in any games. Wow. It's happening again. What's happening in the world, in the United States?
I was scrolling as I left my car this morning, and I was like, let me just see if anything's going on very quickly before I walk into the winter wonderland that is Montclair. And that was the first thing that I saw. And it's sad that that would be something that we see, and hopefully following the whole midterm elections going on, that we could start to see a change. But for all I know, tales all this time, this will probably not change anytime soon. But I worry for the next generations and the generations after, man, because it seems to only increase.
Yeah, that's
every week, every month.
Yeah, that's what scares me, and it's happening not only in schools, like in elementary, high schools. It's happening in universities also.
Literally.
So it could be us. That's what scares me. It could be us in Montclair State or in other universities in New Jersey. Like, it could happen. West Virginia's East Coast right there. So it's kind of scary. I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, oh my God, I came from Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico, this doesn't happen. And I'm like, I'll be the next victim. I'm like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? So
it's sad that you kind of have to live with you don't live every day thinking, oh, this could be it. But every now and then you get those thoughts.
Like, when you read the news.
At any point, like, it's when you hear this story, you're on campus, all of us are here, obviously. And you think a little bit internally, like, man, what if this happened here? Like, what would happen? What is the protocol here? Is there like a safe route that I go to? It's sad, man.
Yeah. What can you do in a position like that? Like, that's, I don't know. Please, the guy up there, don't let me live through that. That'll be devastating.
I don't want to even leave it to the guy up there. There's an easy way to avoid this, and that would be creating stricter gun laws.
That's true.
That seems to be a very hard thing for our government to agree on. And I always go back to
the guy up there. That's Cory Booker. I'm not talking about Booker.
Cory Booker. CB. Yeah. CB. I always say this, like, the reason that I think that will probably never happen is that at one point, this country, our government officials, people couldn't agree on the concept of Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Like, not even just the fact that, not saying no one said Black lives were better than you, or it's just literally, hey guys, Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
And people still found a way to be like, you know what? No, that's wrong. And somehow that's the world we live in. We share the planet with these people. And ultimately, as things continue to happen like this, I have no one else to blame but the people who obviously do the action and the people that refuse to take action. So,
yeah, that's sad. But we got more news. Isaiah, take it away.
More news? All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about midterms.
Again?
Yeah. One of the last dominoes to fall in the midterm elections have officially fallen. And now we get to know whether or not Democrats or Republicans will have control of the Senate. The highly touted red wave proved to be political TV theater, as it turns out the Democrats will continue to control the Senate. Democratic Nevada Senator Catherine Cortez beat out Republican Adam Laxalt over the weekend. In a speech, Miss Cortez Masto said, when national pundits said I couldn't win, I knew Nevada would prove them wrong. She highlighted her support for first responders, labor unions, as well as her Latino heritage. Her grandfather immigrated to Nevada from Mexico, and she said Nevada voters rejected the far right. We rejected their conspiracies, their attacks on our workers, and their efforts to restrict our freedoms. Her victory gives Democrats 50 seats in the 118th Congress. Vice President Kamala Harris's tie-breaking vote, should it be needed, gives them a majority. The outcome of Georgia runoff election in December between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker will have no impact on the Democrats controlling the Senate, and we'll get some more information about that ongoing situation in Georgia.
Yeah.
But hey man, this is a very interesting time to be alive. I was kind of were you guys paying attention to the news stations as we were getting into this midterm election or no?
I was paying attention to the election coverage on WMSC.
Oh my god,
with Hannah Cox.
No, but literally, so at the School of Communications, they have all those TVs on the wall,
Oh,
and
yeah.
obviously everyone glares at them as they're walking everywhere. And for like the entire month, I kept seeing like the whole red wave thing. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
it's gonna be a red wave.
I even
Republican
believed
thing.
it. You
I
believe
did
it.
too.
I was like,
you know what? I'm not even surprised. I was convinced
Yeah.
because everyone kept saying, when there's a Democratic president, they tend to flip and vice versa. So I was like, you know what? I guess it is the Republicans' time. Joe Biden's in office. We'll just have to deal with it, see if they can still make progress on some things.
mhm.
Then it didn't happen. And then I was like, wow, that's hilarious.
That's
because
hilarious.
Then it didn't happen.
yeah, because it was one thing to like do projections. They were pretty much guaranteeing it at this
Yeah.
point. They're like, you know what? Fox News was like running on their thing. We are gonna make change in this country. And then it was like, hey, so about what happened last week, guys. My bad. I didn't mean to lie.
No, it was funny because I remember that day, the day of the election, there was a red moon. I think it's called a red moon.
Yes,
really?
there really was.
There was a red moon.
I was kind of chilling in the office and I was like, oh my god, there's a red moon on election night. I'm not sure what that means.
That's very ominous.
And it was like, yeah, people were tweeting like, oh, you know what that means? Red wave. Those commentators.
Oh dang.
Oh,
What's
no.
happening? Oh,
Oh, no.
should have been a blue moon.
Like in Smurf.
Literally. This story is also interesting to me as like we continue to kind of monitor the results of these midterms elections. Is I saw this poll where now everyone's blaming Trump for the reason they're losing. And yeah, very shocking turn of events.
Yeah.
But there's this poll, I forget who released it,
I have
but they were saying who they would rather have to be like the next Republican candidate for president. And Trump was in third place out of 3 options.
Wow.
First was DeSantis, 2 was other, and then obviously Trump was third. But I thought it was interesting that I don't believe it. Like that's something I have to kind of see because I'm sure there's still idiots out there with their MAGA hats.
Mhm.
Respectfully to you, you're trashy. But yeah, I'm curious to see what happens in the next election as we inch closer and closer.
No, it's
Good
getting
Lord.
interesting. You know, the DeSantis Trump rivalry, like
Mhm.
DeSantis.
The TV ratings are gonna be
Yes.
incredible.
Yes. Yes.
just like The Apprentice. Yes.
Guys, it's gonna be. I hope DeSantis wins it. No, I'm kidding.
You're fired.
I'm fired. What do you mean? DeSantis has done nothing controversial. No way. Oh, good Lord, guys. Hey, man.
Hey, I think Trump is running out of time on his, election stuff. so-
I think probably, no offense, but also on his actual life
No,
time clock.
Hey, even
Listen,
Biden,
not
no
for
offense.
nothing. I think at some point, hopefully in the next elections, the options will be not to be ageist or anything, but can we get someone that's like
Younger.
50?
Younger.
Yeah,
Like not
but-
even 80 or 7, like 50's fine. That's still pretty old.
Was it
You've learned a
Biden gonna
couple
be 80
things.
by the election?
Li-
Like,
yeah.
what is happening?
Can we get like
Yeah,
someone
he's
closer
79
to our
right now, I think.
generation?
Literally.
Please and thank you.
Well,
I
we
don't
got, well, we
understand.
got a Gen C in Congress. Like I saw that. I saw
That's
that.
one step,
yeah,
but
that's one
until
But
we actually
also,
have,
I'm pretty sure in order of age, don't quote me on this. I think Congress is like the lowest age where you can be.
Yeah.
A part
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Then the House is older, and then presidential is the highest.
Yeah, because I think presidential is 35 years old. Obviously, be a
Presidential
U.S.
like
citizen.
50 something.
Oh yeah,
35.
35.
There's
Oh,
for
Mhm.
president.
Yep. Be a natural born citizen of the U.S. and 35 years old, according to USA.gov.
yeah. Okay.
So, yeah,
35,
I
that's pretty
mean,
young. Yeah.
I don't see why not, at this point. Hopefully someone obviously let's not get someone controversial or an idiot that's representing us, but I think a younger person could
Yeah, like
definitely
Logan Paul's
steer.
gonna be the next president, guys.
Don't say it.
Honestly,
Don't put it out there.
would that even be as bad as Trump?
Oh,
I feel like he's had been less controversial, and he's been pretty controversial, guys.
Yeah.
Not for
I
nothing.
plead the fifth.
But you know,
I love my rights.
but you know what's been controversial? The Georgia election.
Let's go, Herschel. What? No,
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 can't
no.
rip him.
Speaking of the runoff
Lord.
election, there is some concern about the upcoming Georgia runoff. For those who don't know, Georgia requires a runoff if a candidate doesn't win a majority in the party primary or in the general election. Neither Warnock nor Republican Herschel Walker got to 50%. Under Georgia's 2021 election law, there will only be 4 weeks before the runoff, 1 week being Thanksgiving. Many Georgians will be offered only 5 weeks of early in-person voting beginning November 28th. Those changes could disadvantage Democrats who statistically tend to push early voting and vote by mail more than Republicans. Because the 2021 law makes it harder to apply for a mail ballot, Democrats urge supporters to vote early in person in October. Democratic U.S. Representative Hank Johnson said it will be challenging to reignite the kind of early voting enthusiasm that Democrats displayed ahead of the general election, when overall early voting set a midterm record. We from Thanksgiving weekend to Tuesday, December 6th, to get these votes out. And there will be a lot of hard work over the holidays and the run up to the holiday season to make sure we get these votes out, Johnson said. I think voters are aware that our future is still in peril and we can make a difference in Georgia for the sake of the nation. We've done it before and we can do it again. So we'll see what happens. This has been like an interesting election. The Herschel Walker and Herschel
Listen,
Walker, man.
You know what, Victor? When I see discussions about Herschel Walker, one, the fact that he's running for office, hilarious, right?
Yes.
But I think the sad part, and I don't know which is more sad, the fact that Republicans, that was their candidate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, what's worse is the people of Georgia that voted that many times for Herschel Walker.
Oh yeah.
I think that says more about the people than the candidate or party lines. The fact that someone woke up that morning, brushed their teeth, hopefully, drove to the voting polls and said, you know what? Herschel Walker's gonna lead Georgia to where it needs to belong. That sounds absurd on so many levels.
It does.
And
oh my God, Walker.
Chappelle said something hilarious about that during his SNL thing.
What did he say?
I don't know if I can repeat it or not.
Okay.
But it's hilarious.
Okay.
And I'm a big Chappelle fan, I am.
Yeah.
But I just think his take on that is pretty much how you would describe Herschel Walker. Here we are at this point. I have a strange feeling that he's probably gonna win.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. I
have no statistic evidence or anything. It's just that gut feeling.
It's the gut feeling.
Maybe I'll be wrong about it the same way the whole red wave thing I was wrong with.
Who knows? Who knows what will happen? But yeah, I think. Oh my God, yeah. We've seen more absurd things in politics, and this could happen. Dr. Oz was running for.
Remember that guy?
Position.
Yeah, good old Dr. Oz.
But John Fetterman won, and John Fetterman also kind of a character, but he's cool. So
is he?
Well,
what makes him cooler than Dr. Oz?
Suits, bro. He wears.
Is he a doctor?
No, he wears hoodies, bro. He wears hoodies. That's cool.
What a guy. I'm gonna vote for him because he wore a hoodie.
He wore a hoodie. Hey,
you know what's sad? Someone definitely thought that. They were in the booth. You're like, I saw Dr. Oz on TV.
He's not wearing that monkey suit.
But Fetterman wore a hoodie. There we go.
Wore a hoodie after having a stroke.
Yep. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Confirm. That's what you need to do to win your election.
So we're gonna
please don't have a stroke.
Hot take there, Joe.
Please,
today.
If you want to.
That's her advice for the day. Please don't have a stroke.
We gotta go to the quick.
Hypothetically. Maybe though, if you can make the choice, think about it a little.
Think about it. So we're gonna go to a quick break.
Yeah, please do.
And we'll be right back.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get cloudy.
You don't want
So
to
let's make it
about
clear.
strokes.
Vaping is not safe for you.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your
Like
body.
toxic
And
metals in
nicotine,
your lungs.
which can harm a person's brain development
Oh,
through
yeah.
their mid-20s.
Come on. I
The
thought you
pure
were like
flavors,
you.
high nicotine
Oh,
Get
yeah.
on mute.
Shout out to Facebook.
Metamates.
Hi, Meta.
Metamates.
Facebook Meta.
Yeah,
Very
so
quickly,
Hi,
we didn't
Facebook.
discover on the show, and I'll let you go transition us in a second, Victor. But the person who made the Oculus obviously sold it to Facebook, right?
yeah.
His initial plan, though, was to unalive the person in the game and in real life, and he has a working one.
Yeah.
That's just in his room.
Yeah, I know.
You covered it on your show that airs when?
I did not cover it on
Ah.
my
You
show.
should have just ran with it, man. I'm trying to plug your show.
I'm
You don't even get to plug it anymore.
They covered this last week.
write a story.
It was on this week. on this show.
I heard the story before. I think it was on the air. I'm not sure.
I don't think it might not have been on the air. It's all over TikTok.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But long story short, they
With the name?
essentially took the anime, they took the anime Sword Art Online and made it real.
Oof, that's scary.
Yikes. See, that's why I don't trust scientists or smart people, bro.
That's why.
That's
I only associate with idiots.
that is
As I stare at
Yeah.
You stare to all our eyes.
Talking about idiots, the big three.
Oh, man.
None of these people are actual
Oh.
idiots because we're talking about presidents and prime ministers and stuff.
It's not my president.
Yesterday, President Joe Biden, along with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida and South Korean President Jun Suk Yeol, vowed a unified, coordinated response to North Korea's threatening nuclear and ballistics missile program. Biden said that the three-way partnership is even more important than it's ever been. Biden began by offering condolences for a crowd surge during Halloween festivities in Seoul that killed more than 150 people, saying the U.S. had grieved with South Korea. The meeting was heavily focused on North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un's recent escalations. The Biden administration has said it has sent repeated requests to negotiate with North Korea without preconditions on constraining its nuclear and ballistic missile programs, but that Kim Jong-un's government has not responded. President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping opened their first in-person meeting Monday since the U.S. president took office nearly 2 years ago, aiming to manage differences between the superpowers as they compete for global influence amid increasing economic and security tensions. As the leaders of our two nations, we share responsibility, in my view, to show that China and the United States can manage our differences, prevent competition from becoming anything ever near conflict, and to find ways to work together and on urgent global issues that require our mutual cooperation, Biden said to the opening of the meeting. Xi called, I don't know how to pronounce it. I gotta Google it. Tsai called on Biden to chart the right course and elevate the relationships between China and the U.S. He said he was ready for a candid and in-depth exchange of views with Biden. So,
Byron.
I want to issue an apology to the big three. You guys are not idiots. It was just a cool transition.
Were you just pranking him?
Yeah,
It's a prank, bro.
it's just a prank.
And it's she.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to, because I said C, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
Hey, man, can't win them all, bud.
Yeah, I'm
Good
sorry,
old
Xi.
Xi Jinping.
I'm sorry, Xi Jinping. So yeah,
Hey,
the
man.
big three. Hey, I like this. I like this that
You
they're
like it?
doing. They're doing. A front against North Korea. Like, don't be stupid, North Korea. Don't do anything
Yeah.
stupid.
I feel like that's just another senseless way of violence for some
Yes.
reason. Like, no one needs to get nuked, guys. We saw the results of the first couple of them. Not
Yes,
good.
Not good.
Uncalled
fun.
for.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a lot of 12th grade classes discussing whether or not to drop that bomb or not. But yeah, I think everyone should just sit down, have a conversation, realize we're all human, realize that we only do have one life, and taking thousands away with one singular bomb, not the smartest decision, and not the most humane decision.
Yeah.
That might be a hot take on my part,
Yeah.
but I would probably advocate in that situation. I'm cool without good old nukes being used. I'm good on that.
Yeah, we don't need them. We don't need them. Really. Do we really need them? No, we don't. No, we don't.
Kianu, we on the morning buzz have been discussing North Korea and their antics pretty much since the inception of the show. You're new here. Have you been following the situation? Has the media done a good job of covering North Korea for you?
I'll be honest. I think like the last thing I read about North Korea has been months ago. So I'm not up to date with what's going on right now. So like this is the new stuff for me.
Okay.
About the big three going on.
Be better, media. Force it down their ideas and things.
Yeah. You want to finish that sentence?
Red Way?
Is that the new call out to transition?
Red Way.
Red Wave.
Talking about red wave, there's
Yeah?
a very red state, you know.
Oh man, this honestly not the perfect timing of a
Yeah,
transition.
yeah,
Let's breathe for a second, let it air out a little bit because what we're about to talk about not related to the previous statements being said.
Yes, yeah, I could have, I could have done better. I could have done better. I'm
Very
sorry.
unfortunate timing.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yikes.
It was
This is
very
not making
explosive
this is the mega
statement.
cut.
Yep. Our bad guys. Our bad.
Actually, our apology shout. This is actually our apology video now. We would all like to apologize
Yeah,
for
for
my
my
timing of this transition.
Yikes. Hey guys, let's get into it because
Yeah.
I saw this online over the weekend. Very disturbing. But let's talk about it because a World War II era bomber and a fighter plane collided and crashed to the ground in a fiery blaze on Saturday at a Dallas air show. The crash claimed 6 lives, and authorities are continuing to work to identify the victims. Dallas Fire Rescue said there were no reports of injuries on the ground. The crash came 3 years after a crash of a bomber in Connecticut that killed 7, and amid ongoing concerns about safety of air shows involving older warplanes. The company that owned the planes flying the wings over Dallas show had other crashes in its more than 60-year history. 5 people were in the B-17 Flying Fortress bomber, and a pilot was the only person in the P-63 King Cobra fighter plane. The aircrafts are owned by Commemorative Air Force, the company that put on the air show, and the planes are flown by highly trained volunteers and are often retired pilots. With that being said, an investigation is being launched following the crash, as in many angles captured and posted online, it kind of didn't really look like an accident. A preliminary report from the National Transportation Safety Board is expected in 4 to 6 weeks, while a final report will take up to 18 months to complete.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys saw that video of this tragic event going on, but
Yeah, I read the news, but I didn't want to see
it's
like
disturbing.
video. Exactly.
I didn't volunteer to see that video, but I saw it either way. And to see how it went down, it definitely looks like I'm not claiming to be an expert, but it looks like there was some kind of intentions behind that situation because
I don't want to think that, but
they also
who knows?
rehearse the whole show beforehand, and no plane should ever be that close to each other during the kind of show like that. And the way one was going one way and the other one was kind of going the other way, it looks like there's a lot to
unpack
find out from the situation. It's very scary. And the only thing that I kind of left was obviously saying tragedy for those people involved and hoping the best for their family and all that stuff. But why? I feel like this is just why are we flying World War II planes for show?
Yeah, I think
I
they
feel like
should
that's an
stay.
unnecessary risk.
They should. I think they should stay on the ground, maybe in a museum, and cherish the history. But I don't know.
Exactly. That's like, it just doesn't make sense. Like they're old planes, show it off at a museum, man.
Yeah,
Senseless behavior.
it is senseless behavior, and hopefully, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like this is crazy. I didn't even know this happened. Like I didn't know World War II planes could fly still.
I didn't know that until watching this, until watching the video and then doing research about it. Is that's a common thing apparently.
Apparently, yeah. It's I can't believe it, but it's happening. And we're thinking about you guys out there in Texas. So I'm gonna play Thinking About You by Frank Ocean.
Please make a mute.
A tornado flew around.
Claire, and we're back. We're back, and yeah.
Red Wave.
Let's stop. Let's change that
Oh my
real
God.
quick.
Oh my God.
We're back here on the Morning Buzz ASMR edition. I'm gonna eat this bag of chips now. Oh, okay. I can't stand that genre
Yeah.
of human beings. Good lord.
Hey, if you like SMR, you know what?
No,
I don't
here's
like
the
it.
thing. I just it's too much, man. It's too close to my ear. You know what the sound annoys me the most though? Is like the sound of someone biting a fork or a spoon.
Oh,
Oh, I can't stand it. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
but we got a story,
Oof.
but similar to the other one in Texas, but this
Mhm.
was more cheery, I guess. I don't know.
Is this cheery?
I don't know. It's an L. It's an L of the day.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't. I feel like we're too early in the show to give out all today. I feel
Also,
there's a
Cam's not
high
here.
possibility that
Cam's not here, so
we
yeah.
can't give out L's without Cam. That's true. So
unless you're
I
on
s-
Thursday.
oh
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do that pretty often. Great program. 7 from
program.
9.
oh is that
Live
the
on
one? Is that
Facebook
who
and-
hosts that?
Very handsome host. Probably would wear like a Florida State hoodie or something. But
Jake. Okay.
got it. Yeah.
that'd be hilarious if Jake wore a Florida State hoodie. I'd be like, Jake, are you okay?
Jake.
What happened, man?
So I don't want to read this story. So Isaiah, take it away.
Jeez, man. You're like, I don't want to do my job. Officials in Philadelphia are preparing for the potential arrival of 52 migrants on a bus from Del Rio, Texas, sometime this week. When the bus arrives still remains unknown, as do most of the details in this story. This would mark the first time that migrants have driven from Texas to Philadelphia. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has a track record of sending thousands of migrants on buses to New York City, Washington, D.C., and Chicago. But now I guess he decided to spice things up by putting Philly into the mix. Chicago is also expected to receive the 300th bus carrying migrants later this week. Now, a spokesperson for Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney told Fox News Digital that, quote, the situation is fluid and the exact timing of the potential bus trip is unclear. This information was relayed to us from a community partner organization as Texas officials have not coordinated with the city. We do not have an exact location of where the buses will disembark, nor do we have any specific information about those on board, nor do we know if the buses are planned. Good Lord. Abbott and Texas officials have yet to comment on the ongoing situation. What a surprise. Philadelphia officials have been preparing since the summer for a potential random arrival of migrants as nearby cities started receiving buses. Now, this is ridiculous because it's one thing to just send people to a different city, right?
Yeah.
That's a bit extreme, seems a bit unnecessary, but for whatever reason, that seems to be the common thing. Why is there no communication between officials on this situation?
Yeah.
Just a
that's
heads
weird.
up, or be like, by the way, we're sending actual human beings. Like I feel like sometimes the word migrant seems to dehumanize things, but these are actual human beings, everyone.
Exactly.
That
People
forgets.
forget that.
They forget it quite often, and this isn't just one or two. This is 52 on one singular bus, and the 300th bus is on its way to Chicago. So the fact that no one is communicating, no one is talking, and it seems like no one really actually cares about the people on these buses who are really just trying to chase a better life in this country. God forbid they do that,
Yeah.
What a shame on them.
Yeah, it's
Um,
insane that some people can't have that right. Like they people take it away from them, and why?
mhm.
That's what the United States is.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of immigrants who came to get a
No,
better
but
life.
it's been forgotten because I
Yeah.
feel like everyone has forgotten the whole idea of Ellis Island or people's immigrating from different countries, or the fact that, believe it or not, this land originally was from. Oh no, the red wave's not gonna like this. Native Americans.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
We gotta stop with that at some point.
I know.
Talking about history.
Yeah, it's almost like the land and all traditions were taken from them. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the fact that people like to have just whatever they want to view about as history, they pick and choose on what they want to believe in when it's literally there. This is ridiculous. And if you hate immigrants, look in the mirror, because I can guarantee you're probably not Native American, the person that's hating on immigrants coming into this country.
Exactly, and you probably have some immigrants in you, like Irish or
Mhm.
Italian or whatever.
Or you might have Native American in you. It's just probably
Exactly.
not the ideal way of having
Mhm.
Native American blood inside
Yeah.
of you. Read a history
Exactly.
book because
read a history book. I think
a lot of
that's a good
atrocities
PSA.
carried
Yeah.
out by the OGs. So maybe let's stop putting a lot of emphasis on the founders of this country because look at their track record.
Yeah, the Trail of Tears, my friend.
Yep,
Yeah,
Trail
read
of
it.
Tears, and not
Look
only
it-
that,
look
but
it
the
up.
people that these people worship were also slave owners and highly racist and abusive to women. But hey, let's forget that because he's on a nickel or something. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I don't know how to transition. I'm gonna be real. I don't
Hey,
know how we
that's society, man. Isn't that crazy? We just like to pick and choose what we want to believe in. Oh boy.
Hey, but some people
Don't even get me started, Victor.
hey, some people believe in Santa. And talking about Santa,
Wow. That was beautiful.
we can officially retire Halloween the same way we did Pep.
We can, but we won't. Let's just
Oh,
scrub the first part of that line.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
I feel like you need to do your duty and read.
Hey, Victor, start.
Okay.
Start where my cursor is.
Yes, I see. New York City is showing signs of the holiday season.
That's how you do it, baby.
Over the weekend,
Yeah,
a
babe.
crane carried a soon-to-be iconic 82-foot Norway spruce into place at Rockefeller Plaza. That's right, the 14-ton tree. I always mess it up. It's my accent. What can I say? Tree will also soon be lit with thousands of lights and topped with a star encrusted with millions of crystals. The Christmas tree will be officially lit on November 30. The approximately 9-year-old tree was cut Thursday, then lifted onto a flatbed truck for its 200-mile trip from Queensbury, New York to New York City. Neil Leibowitz, whose family donated the tree, we gave it with the expectation that everybody would enjoy it. For me, it was just a nice tree. Now it's a special tree. Everybody around the world can enjoy it. 50,000 multicolored lights will be used for the massive tree and topped with a 900-pound star covered in 3 million crystals. After the holidays, the tree will be milled into lumber for donation to the Habit for Humanity. Oh, I like that ending. That's pretty good.
Hey, feel good ending to the stories of hour one, guys.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive. We talked about migrants. We talked about, sadly, death. And now we're talking about Christmas trees. Guys,
Yeah, hey,
us.
the first,
That's
yeah,
real.
that is heavy.
It's 14 tons.
You know what I think about though when I think about these stories is, can you imagine the light bill for New York City for this tree?
Well, you gotta think the light bill in New York City is already like skyrocketing.
Exactly.
Like, think about how much light pollution they have.
That's true.
You're right.
Yeah.
It does look beautiful though.
It does. Hey,
You guys ever seen the Rockefeller tree?
yes,
Yeah.
that was one of, I remember.
Story about this that I will say whenever you're done. Victor.
Yeah. Like I remember the first time I came into New York, that was one of the first things I saw, and
You got
it's
to trade.
You get
beautiful.
the MP3 player. The Jay-Z and Alicia Keys songs were playing. You got off the train. You're like,
Wow. Literally,
Started to
that's what I
smell
did.
that.
I was so, that was very cliche, but I did that.
Black.
Because this is my first time, I'm like, I gotta have Alicia Keys. I gotta have
Got
Alicia
it.
Keys coming in. And when I came out of Penn Station and I saw Empire State Building, I was like, dude.
you start crying a little bit. This is the greatest moment of my life.
And then we walked.
And
We
then a
saw Times
homeless man
Square.
tried to eat your arm. And then you're like, this is New York.
This is New
is
York.
New York.
Oh,
New
there's so
York,
many stories about New York that I wish I could say on there, but I can't.
And then I remember I walked to Times Square and then we saw Rockefeller at night. It was beautiful. We were like, oh my God, it's just like Home Alone. So beautiful.
Good movie. I'm a big
Home Alone
guy.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Stop-
Joe, you have a story.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Well, that is true. He said,
Wait.
So well, actually, I just really have two stories. First, this is very much gonna be on brand for me. So sorry, everyone.
Oh.
First time I went to go see the tree by itself, to the best of my knowledge, was back in high school when we took a trip to go see. My first time to go see. I wonder what musical. But
Shrek.
Wicked?
Yeah.
Wicked?
Sure. We took our drama club took a class trip to go see Beetlejuice the musical. So the first time it was around like Christmas timey. So the first time I went in to go see the tree was then, and then this time last year I did go to see the tree with a couple of friends, and I actually got pickpocketed. And someone stole my
Hey.
AirPods. Your AirPods? Someone stole my AirPods.
Not the AirPods.
They didn't just fall. How did you know you got pickpocketed?
because I had them in 1 minute. I turned around to watch like a light show on like some building. I
Man,
put my hand in and they were gone.
I'm sorry, man. That's
And then
tough.
the best part is like a couple days later, a news story was came out about people getting pickpocketed at the Christmas tree. And I'm like, yep.
You're like, what?
That's-
For
that's
being
true.
pickpocketed.
I'm like, that is me.
Yeah.
They're not wrong.
God, I
That's-
They're okay, but they're not wrong.
Oh wow.
brutal, man. Oh,
New
AirPods,
York.
you don't realize how great they are until you
Yes. Yes.
And
I
the
lost
pen-
mine in a train. Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember. I was going back to Montclair, and I left them in a train and
Yeah.
never saw them again.
That is
Very-
very rough.
Very quickly before we get to critically acclaimed campus event segment with Joe.
Yes.
There is this one time I was at work and obviously I had my AirPods in because I'm not really trying to talk to the people of Walmart these days. So as I was leaving though, I was like exiting my car and my AirPod, like, because it was raining like crazy. So like I was going to my car and I ran out because it was raining. So I'm like running to my car, sit in my car, and then I'm like, let me put my AirPod away. I'm like, oh my God, my AirPod, where is it? And I was like, did it fall out of my ear? So now I'm like in the middle of the rain. And then I'm like looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, my AirPod, it's gonna be ruined because like it's raining hard. So I like grab it, I'm like, let me run back into my car. This day is terrible. I'm like, let me just dry it with a napkin. And then I was like, well, if I get electrocuted, I get electrocuted. But at least I know it works or doesn't.
Mhm.
Put it on my ear, and it sounded so muzzled. I was like, oh my God, my headphones are ruined. Luckily, I had a can of air, sprayed it. Worked great. So thank you.
You have a can of air in your for the
No, I went home.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
You
It's
didn't put
good
it
to
in
get the
rice?
dust out of like
Yeah.
your thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was like,
I didn't put it in rice. No, I should have, but
Hey.
You always gotta put it in rice.
yeah, but apparently you don't need to. You just need canned air, and it worked, man. I was very
What is
happy.
this, the Lorax?
exactly. I was like, canned air.
What a reference.
I was
You guys don't have canned air?
I have canned air, but I don't use it.
You don't? I use it quite often. That's how I clean out my AirPods.
to be honest, I didn't know that existed until now. I
Really?
thought that was a Lorex thing. I was like,
Nah.
is he making a joke?
So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes you get dust in like your charger
Yeah.
port, and
Which
I just spray it, and then leaves my.
I think the
Phone.
only can air I have for that is me. I'd be like, and
See, that used to work for me, but I guess I lost like capacity in my lungs. Not as strong as they used to be.
That happens with time.
Yeah.
that happens with time.
I'm a clinical smoker. What can I say? Yo, Joe, Beetlejuice.
That is not even close to the voice whatsoever. But anyways,
So
campus
Gil-
events.
Yeah, campus events. Go take it away.
Don't try to steal my thunder. Anyways, so we got a bunch of stuff going on this week. Monday we have cardboard canoe racing from 5 to 7 p.m. in the rec center pool. And yes, you heard me right. Cardboard canoe racing.
Interesting.
Stepping outside of the pool and going into the actual rec center on Tuesday, we have mug making, like a mug maker, like decorate your own mug event from 7 to 9 p.m. Wednesday, we have some good old fashioned board games going on from 6:30 to 7:30 in the library. Thursday is everyone's favorite trivia, but this time we're going into the world of like Kim Kardashian, all that reality TV trivia from 8 to 9 p.m. And that's happening in the Student Center Rathskeller. And then finally on Friday, we have a good old fashioned karaoke night from 7 to 10 p.m. in the Student Center dining rooms. And then as always, you can check out Canvas, In the Loop, and like posters posted around campus for more information, times, and all that good stuff.
Hey, shout out to Ray J really quick because he kind of really created the idea of reality TV trivia, man.
That's true.
He's a groundbreaker
Mhm.
when you really think about it.
That's true.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, this is pretty random, but since you read about on Friday there's gonna be karaoke, you guys have like a karaoke song, that like a go-to karaoke song? Like you go like, oh, I'm gonna sing karaoke, I gotta sing this song.
I gotta be honest.
I do.
I've never done karaoke in my life.
That is impossible.
I find that hard to believe.
No, like I've done like the whole like you put Spotify on and you just chilling. Me and my girlfriend have put on many concerts in my room before. But I've never just had karaoke before. If I did, it'd probably be like a old Chris Brown song.
Ooh.
Forever probably. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
can't really no. I've never done karaoke. That's crazy.
That's sad. We gotta take you to karaoke someday.
One day, man.
We do karaoke events with the station. You should come.
Yes.
I have been there many of times. Been there many of times.
You gotta sing one day. If you're in a party, we're gonna
At
you have
some
to
point
sing.
before my my retirement here at WMSC and at Montclair State, I will do karaoke. With you
Okay.
guys.
That's a promise that you have to keep.
Yes.
Okay.
Aye.
So Kianu, I heard you had one. You had one?
Yes.
What's your karaoke
What's your
song?
go-to?
Counting stars.
Counting
That's a good
stars.
one.
And we'll be counting stars. Oh, that's a good song.
That's a very good one.
That's a good karaoke song.
Mhm.
Gotta say, gotta
That's a
say.
very good
I feel like Joe has a whole playlist. Of
Yeah, I was about to
karaoke
say,
songs.
you're coming to the musical theater kid asking if he has a karaoke song. Well, funny enough, since most of the times I did do karaoke, I was with other theater people because it was like cast parties and all that kind of stuff. It's something from a show. Just
Usually, yeah.
usually.
Okay.
I literally have a Spotify playlist that's like if karaoke happens and like it's all musical theater.
The Lion King theme song is what you would do. You would
The
intro.
Circle of Life.
No. It's like,
Yeah, that is the intro to the Circle of Life. That is fully a part of that song.
no, just that part on repeat, 3 minutes straight.
I would cry.
Victor, what is yours?
Mine is like, okay, it's interesting because when I came here, I didn't have like because since I'm from Puerto Rico, like I sing in Spanish.
Mhm.
So I have my karaoke, I have my whole list of karaoke songs in Spanish. So when I came here, I was like, wait, these people don't talk Spanish. I gotta have like a English song. And then I started thinking, and for me, this is very important, like unnecessarily important, but important in the same way.
Mhm.
So, I was thinking, I was like, what's a great karaoke song in English? And I was like, I know this song front to back. I can sing it. Let's do it. Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Really?
That's my karaoke
Wow,
song.
that's crazy.
But
Nice.
it depends on the mood too. So for example,
Mhm.
the last time I sang karaoke was in the Halloween party we had at WMSC.
What'd you sing?
I sang Danger Zone because I was dressed as
Ooh,
Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins, the theme song of Top Gun, because I was dressed.
sing it for me.
Highway to the
I pretended not to know just so I could hear.
We know.
So I was dressed as a Top Gun. I was like, it was appropriate. I was like, I'm gonna sing Danger Zone, and I
Makes
sang
sense.
it, and then I left. It was
You walked out. You dropped the mic. Didn't even say goodbye. You just left. You're like, eh.
Left.
hey,
Towards the end of the party.
yes.
I am the danger zone.
I was signed up to sing, but I never got the light of day.
I will
That's
say,
why.
random obscure reference of Halloween parties before I'm sure we transition to break. There was, I think it was one of the first parties that I ever been to. I think it was like the first time I met Gabby, and we were just doing the most fake red carpet live event possible. And that's just a random memory that sticks in my head from the station because it was hilarious. And Mike was not a fan of that because we kept using the karaoke mic.
Oh, that's
Hey
funny.
man,
Hey,
it was fun.
don't fight the power. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the song, but
Ah,
that would have been awesome.
got any weird transitions of music we're gonna play here, Victor? You're gonna
Not really.
all right.
I got no problems. Because
Press play.
Just play. Is this No Money, No Problem?
more money, no problems.
Yeah.
B.I.G. with
Yeah.
Puff Daddy and Mace. So hope you guys enjoy. Montclair. Metamates, how you guys doing?
Woo!
Yes.
It's hour 2.
Wow, you're really
Hold on.
doing the cam.
Let
Wait,
me
you're
get
gonna
to
do the cam.
cam.
Oh, you're not doing cam yet? Wait.
Ah! Morning buzz.
Thank you both. Thank you both for moving. Thank you both for one moving away and two turning down the fader.
And he didn't peek as cam.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, he didn't peek. I was surprised, but
Hey
Are
man,
you guys awake now?
I'm a responsible co-host right now. You know,
Thank
not
you.
trying
Thank
to
you.
ruin your guys' ears.
thank you. Thank you so much for that.
See, Cam would do that on a program. I do this on a program. I'm for the people, by the people. You feel me?
You know,
Running for president.
I'm about to say it, and I'm about to shock some people. If that's what it takes, I'm fine with the program. And you immediately made me regret saying it because you just peaked.
This is a whole,
And that's why I'm back to saying.
Nah, you said it already.
And that's what I said. It was.
There's audio evidence on Facebook, future to be YouTube,
We're gonna clip
on
this.
this on just the history of this
Clip.
channel.
This is the highlights, and this is not going to get highlighted. But
Listen,
you just peaked, and I'm back to saying program.
I love that you, at one point you said I will never. And today, November 14th, on a glorious Monday, Joe says the program.
But that's the only time you're getting it out of.
I gotta say, this is
One is better
newsworthy.
than none, man. I'm happy. This is a great moment to be alive.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Joe, as well, because that was a huge leap of faith you took. I apologize for getting excited back there.
You immediately murdered.
I immediately did
all
that.
the faith that I put in you.
That is my bad. I'll take the L on that. But
Yeah.
you said program. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. This is a huge moment.
It is newsworthy. But you
This
know
is
what else is
freaking-
newsworthy?
Actually,
Keanu's
This
new
is coming
cast.
tomorrow.
No,
on the
yes.
yeah.
Isn't my news?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
say your news because you can also add Joe's if you want.
Add it right after weather.
So Keanu, take it away.
4 students were found dead near the University of Idaho campus after the school posted an alert about vandals. All 4 deaths were confirmed to be students from the university and are being investigated as homicide. Captain Tyson Barrett from the Moscow Police Department could not provide details on how they died, but the department released more details once families have been notified. Bear hunting can possibly coming back to the state of New Jersey. Due to an uptick in encounters since last year, Governor Murphy is reconsidering his decision on canceling bear hunting entirely. As early as next month, bear hunting can make a possible return. On Friday, November 11th, an attempted robbery was reported approximately 7 p.m. 3 masked males and 1 non-masked male forced their way into a Bowen Hall residence room and demanded items, but left with nothing. On November 12th, Lux Dione was arrested by the University Police Department in connection to the event. The investigation remains active as the police department seeks other individuals involved in the crime. And for some good old weather, it is currently 37 degrees outside, and the highest today would be 45 degrees. I recommend layering up today as we start experiencing winter, but at least we have clear and sunny conditions all day that will definitely not warm us up. I'm Kianu Maysonett, and this is your 8 a.m. newscast.
Thank you so much, Keanu, for that news update. But we also got
Breaking news. Joe Verga said program. Back to you, Victor.
you're making me regret saying it even more.
Come on, you have like 2 segments on the program. I don't know what you can do.
One of them was an impromptu thing because you forgot to mention it.
This is
Ooh.
true.
I'm doing your work.
Whoa. Okay, this is getting intense here on the. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
that
getting
hurt to do.
intense. This is getting intense.
Hey, you know what's also intense, bro?
sports.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me
Ew.
remind everyone yet again, Montclair Athletics a couple of weeks ago lost not once, not twice, not 3 times. I think it was 4 or 5 times to the Rowan Profs. So hey man,
We hate Rowan.
apparently they hate us too because they dominated us. Good lord.
Yep.
Women's soccer has been eliminated from the NCAA tournament, therefore ending their season. It was a great one. Broncos country, let's ride, as they won on Saturday, but ultimately lost to Christopher Newport.
Ugh.
Come on, at least like lose to a good college name. Come on, man. You're gonna lose in style. Lose to like Wisconsin. Nikki Carter has reached 1,000 points. Congrats to you, Nikki. The basketball standout reached a milestone in the women's 48 loss to Ithaca. Good Lord. The men's team won 93-79 versus Ithaca on Friday, and football lost the final season of the game, or final game of the season on Saturday to William Patterson. I think I just had a stroke. Women's swimming and diving lost 115-107 to Keene on Saturday as well. Did you know you can score points in swimming and diving? That is the groundbreaking news we deliver here on the Morning Buzz.
I knew that. I did swimming. I did swimming back in high school.
You did?
Well, I did like the summer swimming in like middle school and high school, like for like the town competition and stuff.
And did
Anyways,
you win or
Were
no?
you a winner?
Yeah, I won a bunch.
Yeah, we got a professional Michael Phelps over here.
I'm not professional in any way, shape, or form, for the record.
Come on.
Oh,
All
wow.
right.
Well,
You
know,
here we are.
yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys. Guys, we always got in this second hour questions, but we got a little prompt before the question.
What?
So I'm gonna read you the prompt. During his recent appearance on the Red Table Talk, Fat Joe fielded questions from a handful of fans, one of which asked if there is anyone he wishes he could bring back to life. If it's just music, it would be Biggie and Big Pun. I don't know why was that.
Is that your Fat Joe impersonation?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what I get.
Is that just here? Oh, wow.
If it's just music, it would be Biggie and Big Pun. Oh my God. These guys died so young, and they were my good friends and my brothers. My best time at live was when I discovered Pun, and we went through everything. Biggie was my brother since day one, too. Such a beautiful guy. He didn't have to pass away. It's really sad. But that being said,
Fat Joe's British, right?
no.
He is.
Really?
Nah, I'm lying to you.
I know. He's Puerto Rican. Bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Go ahead, ask.
With that being said, what musicians would you bring back to life?
Ooh. You're first.
I'm first.
Yeah.
You're first, yes.
I'm trying to think of which musician I like is dead.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm like,
she's Googling. Who's
I
dead?
might be.
Yeah.
sorry, you're Googling.
Keanu Maysonett.
Died.
Billboard.com.
That's hilarious.
Well, I got one.
You got one?
I think, this man went out too soon, Freddie Mercury. I think he still had a lot of potential, not only in Queen, but as a solo singer. Like, he was one of the best, I think. So, I think he went too soon, and hopefully, that would have been interesting. I would see him back. Okay, Isaiah, you're looking like that. You have a problem
I'm
with
giving you like
Freddie
the rest
Mercury?
of the
I'm like, you have a problem with Freddie Mercury?
Listen, not to hate on the dead, right? I'm respectful of the fact
Okay.
of his impact. I get it. This is no statement on Freddie Mercury himself. This is a statement on my household. I've heard way too many Queen songs in my life that I have gotten to the point in life where I hate Queen and I hate Freddie Mercury. Now I'm sure he's a good guy, has his own movie. Sad that he died early. I get all that stuff. I could go the rest of my life without ever listening to a Queen song, and I'd be happy. I'd be very happy.
So you can't, like, when there's like people singing Bohemian Rhapsody, you go like,
I hate Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh
so
my
much.
God. Wow.
So much.
Wow.
I can understand We Are the Champions. I can listen to it. I'll survive.
We Will Rock You, like the
Even that one, don't like it either. For We Will Rock You, I need zero
Isaiah.
lyrics and just instrumental.
I thought I had some hot takes. You're if I had hot takes, you are the fire that fuels it.
Yes, sir. Should I triple down on it? Queen is the worst band alive. No.
Oh my God.
It's just
I was about to say you're gonna make us lose so many viewers by saying that.
I just can't stand them anymore. It's
wow.
it's sad,
That is
tragic, but it is what it is, Playboy. Now,
Wow.
I will say who mine is, and I am a big Prince fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
I wish
That's
I
good.
got to see Prince in concert. That'd be really cool. Because I think he's just an incredible musician.
I agree.
Mhm.
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Oh yeah. That's like also a good one.
Bangers.
Joe, you got one?
Bangers.
I was gonna say,
Beetlejuice?
well, no, because his actor is still fully alive.
No, I meant the character. Doesn't he die?
Well,
He was born dead, so you can't really bring him
Excuse
to life. There's a lot of lore. I'll
yeah,
explain it
all
outside
right,
of.
all
I'll
right.
explain it outside of this.
On Joe, two ways about it.
No,
Oh.
but anyways, to keep it up and switch it up a little, I'm gonna say Elvis, because he's the kind of like the father of modern rock.
Wow, Isaiah hates our takes. Wow.
I
was-
support a musician that stole music from black people.
Mm.
Let's get into that, Joe. You just gonna let that happen? No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna gaslight you. I'm actually, Elvis exists to me. I get it, but to each their own, Joe. To each their own. You big Elvis guy?
I'm not. It's just like, he kind of like
Oh,
cemented
okay.
like the foundation for like modern rock,
Mm.
and then that's the only reason why. All the people I listen to are currently still like kicking. So
They're still alive.
There's the five.
I think
Why won't one of them just die already so I can put him in? No, I'm kidding.
so that's the only reason really why. I
Interesting.
said
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Bought you enough time. You got an option?
Got an option yet? Please tell me you have someone.
Everyone I listen to is still alive, but
Yes.
I might have to go with Freddie also
Oh, okay.
because
Two Freddy.
You know what's interesting? No one said Michael Jackson. I thought that was a pretty
Yeah,
good
no,
ending.
he's a great, but I'm not like if he's not on the top of the list.
Mm,
I like
really?
I see him as a great performer and everything, but I prefer to see Freddie Mercury live and Prince and then
Oh.
Michael. Like that would be like the list.
Wow, what you just said was
Biggie would go-
blasphemous. Good lord.
Yeah, I'd rather
Tupac.
no, I'd rather see. Okay, this
Tupac's
is my
not
list.
dead.
Let me do
You're right. He's in Cuba somewhere.
my list is like Freddie. I would go Prince. I would go like Biggie. I think Biggie is one of my favorite rappers, so I would go Biggie. Tupac. I like Tupac, but it's not on the top. So and then Michael. But like, yeah, I want to see Freddie live. I think that would be amazing. Just to hear his voice, man. Like live, oof, that could be amazing. I know you hate it, man, but I love it. I grew up with Freddie.
This is your fault, Facebook. I blame you.
Why are you blaming the level?
poison the youth, Facebook.
Why are you blaming the level of people at home?
Yeah, why are you blaming the meta
got
mates,
beef with
Emo's mom
everybody.
who listens to every show? Come
I
on.
would
You know
never.
what-
Hey, hold on. I would never disrespect Miss Jody.
Yes.
Living legend, living icon. The disrespect.
Yeah, this is
Hey, we got another buzz question.
yeah, we got another buzz question. And I think this one's really interesting and I like it. So I'm gonna ask it. What are your thoughts on sketches/skits in albums?
Mm.
Like, they always have like a little interlude with a sketch or something. What do you guys think about that? Do you think, it hasn't happened in a while? Like some albums do it, but not
No,
as
I
they
feel
used
like
to before.
every new album I listen to has some random sketch or skit in it that nobody asked for, because get this, guys, we didn't ask for a comedian, all right? We asked for your songs. You're a musician, stay in your lane, all right? Because every time I hear it's like some random sketch and I'm like, skip. I'm getting tired of this. I want to listen to your songs. You're a great singer. You're a great rapper. I'm not trying to hear you do comedy. I'm not trying to hear you do some random story. It's an instant skip. I don't get it. It's a waste
I
of
gotta
my
disagree
time,
with you.
and it's
I
a waste of
disagree
your
with you.
time.
I
No.
just don't care.
Yeah, I disagree with you. I said I think it
Why?
adds to the album because you're listening to an album and like
There's a story behind the album.
yeah, I like
There's
it.
no
I like it.
answer.
Like for example, the one that comes from the top of my head, Frank Ocean's what was the name? Blonde, has a little story, and I think it adds to the album. It has a Facebook story, which is a guy talking about how he met a person, and I like that.
You
I
know
like
where you
that.
could talk about how you met a person? In the first song of the album. All right. I don't need you to break up the mood because it ruins my vibes. I'm jamming out. Could be a nonstop banger after banger after banger after banger. And all of a sudden it's, well, the other day I woke up and it's like, stop talking to me. Sing to me. Sing to my heart.
I don't know. I like it. I like the sketches, early Kanye, not the Kanye of now. He has sketches in his albums and they were funny.
You
They
know
were
what?
great.
Yeah, old Kanye. was
They were
definitely a person.
funny. They were funny. They were great. Not the now Kanye, the
Yeah.
old Kanye.
But there's this one album, I forget who and what the album was, but it's literally just like 15 seconds of like, warning, warning, warning. Then the next song plays. And it's like, why did we
Hey,
put that in?
I like it. I like, it adds stuff. They really put thought into it. So they have sketches and skits and stuff like that. So what do you think, Kianu? You like him or you hate him?
Yeah, Kianu, what do you think?
I'm in like between them. It's like I don't mind them, but when you're trying to listen to like the album for the first time, it kind of ruins the vibes when it's like in
Oh,
the middle. But
see,
I don't really
Keanu
mind them
gets
that
it.
much. But
Oh
sometimes it
wow,
ruins
I'm the
vibes.
only one. Oh my.
I just don't care.
Joe's in the middle. Joe's in it. If it happens, it happens.
It happens. It happens. Yeah,
Ugh.
but I like him. It adds to it. And you know what? Like For this break, I'm gonna put Queen just for Isaiah.
No.
Yeah.
Why? This
Another
guy
one bites the
stinks.
dust.
Oh,
By
it's the one of the
Queen.
worst songs on the
And
earth.
I know you're gonna love it. Isaiah, this one's for you.
I hate life.
At WMSC, we love Queen.
Oh, my mic. See, this is what happens when you put Queen on. Your mic gets ruined because nobody wants to listen to the garbage pile that's Queen, all right?
Wow.
We're gonna ignore what
Jesus.
he said.
Let's,
said what I
Should I turn
said.
off his mic?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
Can I turn off his mic?
you know, we got an interesting entertainment story. I love this story, and I'm gonna read it. More kids is crazy. Nick Cannon has announced Alicia Scott is pregnant with his soon-to-be 12th child. You heard it here, folks.
Yep.
12th child.
That's a lot of kids.
Yes, that's right. The 42-year-old is onto his 12th child. And by the looks of it, homie is not done. But you, me, your neighbor, and that weird cashier at Whole Foods are all wondering, what is this man paying in child support? I agree, bro. I'm thinking about that too.
Oh my God.
By a report from The Sun claimed that Cannon nearly paid $3 million a year in child support. However, the musician and actor told the Neighborhood Talk that the actual number is much larger. I definitely spend a lot of more than that on my children annually. I don't plan to ever have to participate in the governmental system of child. Okay. On Saturday, Cannon announced the birth of his 11th child, a daughter, Zeppelin Cannon, with Abby De La Rosa. He wrote in part on Instagram to De La Rosa and his new baby girl, "You are the definition of steadfast and virtuous, and it's my continued duty to make you and our children feel valued and protected every single day. Beautiful Zeppelin, aka BCC, aka BCB. Get ready because the world is yours. Daddy loves you." Oh my God.
Maybe he can save money if he stops having kids.
Yeah.
Money, live better, no kids.
Yeah.
Shop right.
Right. The Walmart.
My own people. Listen, this is so absurd to me. The fact that, listen, I one day imagine I would be a father, right?
Yeah.
To 12 kids is ridiculous. At some point, knowing me, like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, I don't remember which one you are anymore. Number 13. I just started numbering them.
Just,
Yeah.
like, their names would be numbered.
We're number 12 now.
Hey, Sex, come over here.
Hey, give me the Vicks Vapor Rub real quick.
What is this, the Umbrella Academy?
Joe, 8, come over here.
Or what is that cartoon on Cartoon Network? Codename Kids Next Door?
Yeah.
Weren't they all numbers too?
Well, they were assigned numbers. They didn't just have numbers as their names.
Ugh. I'm Joe, and everything has to be canon. Nick Cannon, get it?
Oh, Isaiah, I'm sorry for having culture.
Oh, you said that to a Puerto Rican, bro? Come on.
That's great. That's blasphemous in itself. Joe hates Puerto. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Did you understand how fast I would get canceled?
Dude,
For real.
there's like half of this room is Puerto Rican. Like,
I'm like, I am.
well, not half, more than half, because Kianu, I think you're Puerto Rican too, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
I
my
am the
God.
only white person here
Exactly,
right
bro.
Hey, the takeover has begun. That's hilarious, though. I'm curious to see. Also, I feel like it's an underrated factor about Nick Cannon so far, though.
That he has so many kids.
Not even that. The fact that he's still having kids at 42 years old. Not for
Yeah.
nothing, but that's a pretty hard thing to do for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people like to obviously blame the women for those situations, but I guess good for Nick Cannon,
He still got it, I guess.
He still got it.
I guess. Wow.
I want to lead the chant. He still got it.
No.
All right.
Well, Nick Cannon, wow.
Yikes.
Yikes.
12 kids, man.
Yeah.
And over 3 million on them.
It's a lot more than 30
Yeah.
million.
I mean, he must be making a lot of money
Yeah.
for Wildin' Out and
Wildin' Out and
whatever show he hosts on, like, is it America's Got Talent now?
he hosts
He's on a
uh,
different show now. Right?
Masked Singer, I think.
Mass. Yeah, he's on a
Yeah.
new one. Same kind of.
So he better
know.
get good money on that because 3 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's got to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he owns, what is it? The Nick Teenager channel?
He
Yeah.
owns Nick Team.
For a while, he was like the face of that channel.
But not
I don't know
anymore.
if he owned it anymore. But
Yeah,
Not
I'm
anymore.
I'm curious
Yeah.
on how he gets his money besides hosting because he's got to host a lot now. Like
he's a businessman too.
Well, didn't he
Yeah.
host the IBS? No, not the IBS. The other
Yeah,
awards.
one of
So,
those radio awards.
Like one of our WMSC members got to see him because he was hosting the awards. So
I like Nick Cannon, drumline Nick Cannon,
drumline Nick.
Wildin' Out Nick
Well,
Cannon.
you could
I
say
mean,
he can make a drumline now.
Oh
the
my
12
God.
kids.
that's true. I mean, if anything, he could field like a whole team,
He can make a whole
every
marching band.
instrument, whole soccer team. I mean,
Baseball?
baseball.
Yeah.
He's got a whole starting and bench unit for basketball. I mean, Nick Cannon might be thinking ahead.
Yeah, he may be creating a team.
He might own a team and then have the entire team be his children.
The Cannon team.
The Cannon team.
Mm-hmm.
What city will he choose? Like
Where's
the
he from?
Cleveland Cannons.
Anyone know where Nick Cannon's from? Before we go to our next story, let's get some guesses.
Yeah,
Where's Nick
I wanna.
Um,
We gotta
I think
guess.
it's from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Oh, the North Carolina Cannons.
He's from California.
California.
Wow.
The Cali Cannons.
Cali Cannons.
Yeah.
CCs.
So he hosts a lot of award shows. But
That's
we
Nick
got
Cannon, man.
another award show. Take it away, Isaiah.
Another award show. Rita Ora and Taika Waititi co-hosted the 2022 MTV EMAs last night, and the Buzz crew is going to fit another long award show into a couple of minutes for you. So go ahead and delete your DVR recordings and ride with us, because Taylor Swift, was the top winner at the 2022 MTV EMAs, which were held at PSD Bank Dome in Dusseldorf, Germany. That's not even a German accent.
I was like, how many accents are we on now?
The Lord of Flannel took 4 awards: Best Artist, Best Video, Best Pop, and Best Long Form Video. Nicki Minaj and David Guetta, as well as 17, each won not 1, but 2 awards. Minaj was awarded the Best Song for Super Freaky Girl and Best Hip Hop. Guetta won Best Collaboration for I'm Good, a collab with BB Rexa, and a Best Electronic. 17 won Best New and Best Push. Harry Styles won this year's top nominees, 7 nods, and he only won award as he should because he's overrated. The category was introduced after 2-year hiatus. No one cares about you, Harry Styles. Now let's put you in the dumpster with Pepe. All right. This year's MTV EMA Generation Change Award. This is good, guys. This is good. Went to 3 Ukrainian women: Lena Devshar, Anna Kutova, and Anisfa Yakovina, for fighting the care and rights of those impacted by humanitarian crisis in that country. Now, not for nothing, good for them. I appreciate what they're doing. It's very special. We just spit a 3-hour award show into like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
good job,
that's
guys.
awesome. But we gotta talk about your hate. Like, you sighed when you read Taylor Swift's name. What's your problem with Taylor Swift?
Honestly, I got no beef with Taylor Swift. To me, Taylor Swift exists. I recognize that. And that's pretty much that. Like, I don't hate Taylor Swift. My sister's got mad beef with Taylor Swift. And I don't know where that stems from.
Wow.
I'm sure we'll unpack that at therapy. It's okay. But I honestly have no problem with Taylor Swift. I will say I do have problems with
Harry Styles. And I gotta say, it's very unfounded. Like, Harry Styles, great music.
No, my problem with Harry Styles is, one, I feel that the Hollywood industry has forced him down.
Oh yeah, I
despite him being a very bad actor, and I think we can all agree on that.
I agree on that.
We need to stop making Harry Styles be an actor. Secondly, what I don't appreciate is the fact that the media has kind of made Harry Styles seem like he's some kind of groundbreaking human being. For him wearing dresses and all those stuff, which is fine. I appreciate it. I like the style, do you? But let's not pretend like he's the first person to be doing that. I mean, everyone's been doing it for a long time, and he's just so different and unique. But respectfully, he seems like, yet again, another generic version of Hellman's to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
agree. I agree, but at the same time, I kind of like it. I like his music. I like his style.
I like a little bit of
his Harry style
flavor into my music. A little bit of interest, a little bit of intrigue, and excitement. And Harry Styles delivers none of that.
I don't know. I like it. Late Night Talking, great song.
Sounds like a terrible time.
So shout out.
Hey, he had
Harry
a great
Styles.
Run with One Direction. One Direction. You know,
that's how it started. That's how it started. Yeah, I like it. I love that.
Legal Limits. Legal Limits.
Yeah, Facebook was like, all right.
Yeah.
One more second.
Ladies and gentlemen, Legal Limits.
So yeah, shout out to Harry Styles. And
nah, we're not shouting out Harry Styles, man. We'll shout out Queen Nikki. Stand for Nikki. I'll shout out Rita Ora, Taika Waititi, David Guetta. I don't know what 17 is, but congratulations, 17.
And a special shout out for Lena, Anna, and Anfisa.
Yes,
they're
the real MVPs.
They're the real MVPs.
Everyone else, you're rich and got money.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift, I'm gonna say this: you can make a song about me if you want. Like, we can.
Why?
I don't know. Had you have dated and broken up with her?
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe, hey Taylor,
is that your end goal?
Taylor,
I want my goal in life.
Taylor, I'm single. Just saying, if you want.
All right, sell yourself to Taylor Swift. You have 10 seconds. This is your elevator pitch.
Go.
I'm Taylor Swift.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love your hat.
Oh, thank you so much, and I love your smile.
All right, you're weird. I'm gonna go on my phone.
That's it,
bro. I don't know. Bro. Well, I gotta compliment.
I like your smile. Oh.
Get girls.
No. Oh my god, bro. It's 10 seconds. I don't know what to say. Oh my god.
I like your smile.
I didn't say it like that. Come on.
I'm straining on her.
Bro, I didn't say it like that. Come on.
You want to know why I like your smile?
Bro.
Good lord.
Why you gotta sell me so short, man?
I didn't do it. This was your doing,
bro.
This was your chance. I came in as Taylor, and you didn't.
Bro, I didn't know what to say. You put me on the spot, bro.
I guess you're just nervous around, man. I don't know. Anyways, what else we got?
Yeah, well, we got another musician. We got the famous Drake with 21 Savage with his album Her Loss. Drake and 21 Savage joint album Her Loss enters the charts this week at #1 with the biggest first week numbers for a hip hop album in 2022. The set logged 404,000 album equivalent units in the US. They debuted with 100,000 units over Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which opened with 295,000 in the week ending May 19. Her Loss nearly doubled the earnings of Honestly Nevermind's Drake's dance-focused record that opened with a still impressive 204,000 units back in June. However, both of his previous releases fall short in comparison to Certified Lover Boy, which debuted at #1 more than a year ago, with 613,000 units. Her Loss is 21's third #1 album, and Drake's 12th, make him the third artist with the most #1s on the Billboard 200 chart, behind the Beatles with 19 and Jay-Z 14. Drake was previously tied with Bruce Springsteen, Barbra Streisand, and Swift, who each have 11 #1s. So, do you guys listen to Her Loss?
No.
Yes, I did.
What do you
I
think about
did
it?
not.
First off, I think in some respects Drake doesn't get the credit he deserves for his impacts on music. I'm a Drake fan. I enjoy Drake. I like that he experiments with his music, but I thought this album, obviously, most albums these days, there's gonna be some misses on the songs, but there's a couple songs that are on my morning drive playlist as I get here, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I agree. I like this album. I think that it was like many. I would say the same thing. Like it's like old Drake kind of like it's not like the newer stuff from Drake.
Yeah.
It's more like old Drake, and I like that. And I remember I listened to it. You know, I went to Atlantic City the week that album came out, and I listened to it the whole way, and it was fun.
They got some bangers.
It got
on
some
there,
bangers,
man.
and I was
Drake
gonna
and
ask you if we
21
could
Savage
play.
together is
I
good.
was gonna ask you if we could play it here, but I don't think so. Right? Like maybe
If you
the
have a
clean
censor,
version.
if you have a clean version, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
of course.
we might play it now. Who
Why
knows?
not?
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows what's gonna happen? But I enjoyed the album. I thought even his last album, I thought it was good just because my thing about people like to complain about the artists not experimenting with music, and then as soon as they experiment,
They're like,
why did you experiment? You should have been doing what you were doing this whole time. It's like pick a side, all right? You either want them to keep doing the same thing, like Lil Baby, it's the same exact song, which I'm fine with, it's just great for workout playlists and all that. But I think I enjoy and respect an artist that's willing to experiment a lot, which I think is also why Bad Bunny is also like a huge star, is because every album is very different. And I think
yes, that's true.
more artists should value that and trying to experiment instead of just going with something that it's gonna sell.
Exactly. Please experiment and see what we got. See what you got.
Some things won't stick.
Yeah.
Some things will though. But I really enjoyed this album. I'm curious to see if Vogue's still gonna sue them for the fake Vogue cover that they did.
Oh yeah.
The statistics, they're like, we're either going to sue you for $3 million or triple the amount of money you've made on this album. So once again, shout out to Vogue being very outdated. Great look.
Oh my God. But we got some more entertainment news.
Yeah,
Say out,
sir.
take it away.
The last of the entertainment stories of the day belongs to Marvel. Wakanda Forever.
Without Cam?
Without Cam. Good riddance. No, I'm kidding, Cam. Feel better, my guy. Wakanda Forever notched a sizable box office opening this weekend, and the Marvel movie opened to an estimated $180 million in North America alone. The opening represents one of the best premieres of the year and makes the superhero film the highest grossing debut ever in the month of November. The original record belonged to Catching Fire, which made $158 million in November 2013. Thank you, Lord and Savior Jennifer Lawrence. The box office haul comes in around where most in Hollywood were predicting, and the film has made $330 million globally. Let's remind everyone, it's been out for 3 days, pretty much.
So it's
Good Lord.
That's 110 million a day.
Yeah, they're balling, man. When
This
Black
is one of the movies they did good advertising for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the Black Panther hit theaters in February 2018, it opened with a stellar $202 million weekend And then it went on to make $1.3 billion worldwide and garnered multiple Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, and is considered one of the best comic book / Marvel movies made. Now, not for nothing, but it seems like they're on pace to beat 1.3 billion.
I was like, they're gonna beat 1.3.
Lord.
And they're on pace to beat that if they keep doing the numbers like they have been.
Literally.
And I think for at least a week and a
Oh.
half, they're going to. They're gonna beat their 1.3 billion in like less than a month.
Literally.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
is
And
not
I'm
for
just like,
nothing,
that's
too.
funny. I'm like, that's funny.
I thought there was a chance this movie could flop for a couple of reasons.
Hey, oh,
I
that's
think
interesting.
obviously the first one, no, and like I think it's just factual. It's just I think a lot of people were like, I'm not sure if it's going to be the same without Chadwick Boseman, right? And I think that's a fair thing to assume.
Yeah, I
because
agree. That's
he was
my
the character,
fix,
and that's
yeah.
what I thought. I was like, I don't know if I really want to watch it. It's kind of like odd to just do it right after, kind of thing. But clearly people were like, I'm still gonna watch it either way, which is fine. But also all the production delays and production problems during the film, like the star of the movie is like, I'm just not gonna get vaccinated, kind of thing. And then there was like a COVID outbreak. Then I think someone got injured on set, so they had to stop filming for like 3 weeks. I was like, this movie just seems disaster after disaster after disaster. Clearly, they stepped up their game, got the job done. Next thing you know, they're on their way to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I was watching some of the ads and stuff, and I feel like they did writing his character out in like a respectful way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's like part of the reason why I went to go see it, to see like they did it respectfully. So I want to see how they're gonna like interpret the character of Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it in theaters because, good lord, my schedule will be busy, bro.
I'm probably gonna wait until it gets on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think that's kind of. I will say this is also really great because obviously when Hunger Games came out, everyone was still going to theaters. I feel like we're kind of still in this era where it's like not a lot of people are going, but
Yeah.
some people are.
Yeah, I
so-
haven't gone to a movie theater in a while.
Yeah,
I don't know
been
if
a
this
hot
movie's
minute.
gonna
Yeah.
like I don't think I'm gonna go, to be
Mhm.
honest. Like I'm not that intrigued to go see it in a movie theater. And like movie theaters here are expensive too. Like in Puerto Rico, I can go
Exactly.
see a movie for like $7.
Even like the Tuesday deals where it's like half off
Yo,
or whatever, it's
there-
still expensive.
Yo, student deals in Puerto Rico is $4 the ticket.
Come on,
And then
bro.
popcorn is like $7, like
It's
less
too
than $10.
much, man.
And here is like almost $30.
I shouldn't have to like sneak in a Whopper to watch
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do that when you can watch it on Disney Plus?
Yeah, we're not sponsored, everyone.
sponsored.
Get away from us, you stupid mouse.
If we're sponsored. If we got sponsored by Disney,
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be
That's what I'm
hilarious.
saying. All right,
Oh my
let's
god.
let some bills to pay, right?
Yeah, we got some.
sponsored guys.
Not sponsored
Yeah,
at all.
there's not sponsored, but we got a little break, not commercial break, but a break. So we will be right back.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
The U.S. Department of Education's Office
bro.
of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion.
Yes, I'm kidding.
Just said, nah.
Facebook.
We
got
got
it.
it. Mm-hmm.
Shout out. So we got some video game news. Well, not video game.
No,
that's
this
a
is
TV
this
show.
is life news.
Live
This is
news.
groundbreaking
This is breaking news. Like everybody, Even Bad Bunny was talking
Bro,
about that.
25
This is so
Oh.
it's so big in the making.
So Joe, take it away.
Yes. Just before I actually get into it, I just got a quick question, and I'm sorry. Have you ever wanted to be the best like no one ever was?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Well, everyone's favorite, definitely still 10-year-old, has been working toward that for the past 25 years. And guess what?
What?
He finally has. Thank you so
No.
much. In the most recent episode of Pokemon Ultimate Journeys, the series, he beat the former #1 trainer, Leon. His final team consisted of Dracovish, Gengar, Sirfetch'd, Lucario, Dragonite, and of course, Pikachu. The battle did end with Ash's Pikachu defeating the opposing Leon's Charizard, putting a poetic ending to the show. Personally, I'm not sure what Ash has against Raichu. I mean, it's a pretty good Pokemon, pretty good stats. It only takes a Thunderstone to evolve it, but I digress. The win was very much an emotional one, seeing characters like Brock, Misty, Dawn, and many other of Ash's companions come back to be in the stands to watch their friend finally do the thing he set out to do 25 years ago. Or in the span of this, or because of anime logic, 1 year. We even get to see Professor Oak and Ash's mom cheering him on from back home in Powhatan. And the only thing that people are talking about was with this happening so soon to the release of Scarlet and Violet happening this Friday, we can only be left to wonder if he will be added again when the new games come out. But anyways, we are glad to see it and hope that he can finally have his 11th birthday.
Let's go. Go Ash Ketchum. And I gotta add to this news, like even Bad Bunny had to comment. He was like, congratulations to Ash Ketchum on that big win. We who were there from the beginning know how much he sacrificed. I'm translating, I'm sorry, but he was like, we know how much this cost for him. So shout out to
Right.
Bad
I
Bunny.
even had to congratulate the man too, man. That's 25 years.
25 years in the
of
making.
dedication. So many losses. So many could have been.
Look at that trophy win. Look
So
at that.
many
Oh,
close, yet no cigar. But here we are to this day, a champion, man.
And I am I don't know what I don't know what this means for the series now or anything, or if they, for example, I don't know if they are going to do an arc in the new Paldea region when the new games come out. To be honest, I hope they do take a little bit of a break for a little bit because they've been working so hard to catch up with all of the games coming out. But here's to Ash winning.
Yeah.
Go Ash Ketchum.
And you know what? Good for Pikachu, man.
He was the
He's
last
been-
one, yeah.
He's been grinding it out.
Pikachu has been
Never
there
left the
since
team.
episode 1.
Yeah. And Pikachu was the last Pokemon he used, and he won.
Hey, I don't know if you guys saw the original Pokemon movie, but I almost cried in that, man.
Oh yeah.
Pikachu was like, I want you to die, Ash.
Yeah. When Ash straight up almost dies.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's literally
That's crazy. They almost killed off Ash in the first movie, man. That's wild.
We wouldn't have gotten here then.
Great movie, though. Great
Yeah.
program. I'm happy for Ash, man.
Yeah.
Big supporter.
Yes.
And I hope he can retire, go off into the sunset.
He's fully 10. He's 10 years old.
Only 10 years old.
He's fully 10.
There's still a lot he can do.
There's still a lot he can do with his
Oh,
life.
man.
Yeah.
You know,
Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
you're watching.
You stay world champion, get a bunch of endorsements. This is essentially being like the #1 sports player in the world.
Yeah, man. Messi finally won the World Games of Soccer. This is
Yeah.
what the moment's like.
Yeah, this is the moment.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Go Ash
Well, it's
Ketchum.
gotta be alive, man.
Yeah.
I
He
think
should
this
be in
is-
the
We've had a controversial or very hard stretch of years, right? I think Ash winning this championship might be the greatest moment in human history. There you
Yeah.
have it, man.
yeah.
Okay.
Nothing
It had to be
compare.
said. It had to be said.
Yeah.
You know, Ash Ketchum deserves to be in the Hall of Fame of the most important
Yeah.
human beings of all time.
He's living in the Pokemon Hall of Fame.
We
Yeah.
literally created COVID vaccines as a human race, right?
Yeah.
Ash is still above that, man. This win
Vaccines?
has more of a human
Come on,
impact than a vaccine, than wars ending.
That, for
uh,
legal reasons, this is a joke.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm kidding.
Like, no, I know. I'm 100%. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ash Ketchum deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but we also got some Hall of Fame news. I say I'll take it away.
Speaking of Hall of Fames, the Strong National Museum of Play in New York announced the 2022 inductees into, get this, the National Toy Hall of Fame. The big three heading into the illustrious Hall of Fame are Masters of the Universe, Light Bright, and just the top. The Rochester Museum announced the inductees were selected from a field of finalists that included Bingo, Briar Horse, Catan, Nerf, Pinata, Phase 10, Pound Puppies, Racco, and Spiograph. Yes, the museum said the spinning top has been a favorite childhood toy since the ancient times. Cultures in Asia, Europe, and the Americas, even Australia, enjoying the spinning toy. Masters of the Universe, Mattel's toy line centering around heroes He-Man and She-Ra, hit shelves in the 1980s and spun off into multiple animated TV series, comic books, and feature films. A Light Bright, a creative toy that made its debut in 1966, allows children to create glowing images against a black background, with children being able to create both stenciled images and images of their own creation. That's pretty much that for that story. I will say, the reason I added this is, one, didn't know there was a Toy Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Anyone
me
here
neither.
know
That's
that?
pretty
Yes, I
awesome.
did.
You did?
Yeah.
Is it new?
No, it's been around for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Secondly, what are some of your childhood favorite toys?
Oh, that's Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz
All the
Lightyear
way.
was
That
your
was my
go-to?
favorite, yeah.
Hmm.
And I would have like the movies, not only Toy Story, like the trilogy or anything. He had like a spin-off animated series.
He
It was,
did?
Yeah, he did.
and it was really good. I loved it. I loved watching it. And Buzz Lightyear, the best toy I ever had.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I don't know what happened with
Should we
that
do the
too.
Hunger Games song again?
Do you want me to actually whistle it?
Nah, bro.
I don't know what happened with that Buzz Lightyear toy, but you're in my memories, bro.
R.I.P. to the
R.I.P.
king.
Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear, Victor owner. Yeah.
Joe, your favorite toy?
It'd have to be a tie between something that I know is in the Hall of Fame, the Rubik's Cube, because I actually know how to solve them.
Oh,
So cool of you.
Thank you. And my other one of my other favorites were Bakugan.
Oh, those are
Bakugan
cool.
slash I guess something that is part spinning top. Bakugan slash Beyblade.
Beyblades were
Beyblades.
amazing.
okay. I thought Bakugan was Beyblades, but then I clicked in my head. No, those are two different things.
Yeah.
They were both really cool. I remember playing those Beyblades. It was awesome. Let it rip.
You know what's weird? It was like when those things came out, I was like, I can't rock it because I feel like they're trying to be Pokemon. And I was a weird loyalist.
Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
Both. For some reason, I was like, nah, you're trying to be Pokemon. I can't rock with you.
Well, if you think
Beyblade-
about it, yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna go into a little bit of lore. Sorry, folks. at
Go
home.
for it. Go for it.
Beyblades was canonically Beyblade attached to one person, and there's only one of each kind.
You want to tell that to 10-year-old me, Joe?
Sure. Let me make a time machine, go back in time, and be like, listen.
I'm gonna give you the look I gave Victor when he said Freddie Mercury. Ugh.
The Rosalia.
Someone give me that gum.
Yeah. so yeah. What?
Okay.
Kianu, do you have a toy?
Back to this favorite toy.
When I was just a little old wee 7-year-old living in Puerto Rico, I used to play a lot with my Bratz dolls. and my
Bratz.
shop thingies. I played for those for years.
Nice.
Yo, Brats were
Brats
cool.
were popping, man.
Yeah, Brats
Are
were
they still popping these days?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I seen people who look like Brats.
This is true. That is an aesthetic.
Like they look like a Brat. So I'm like, wow, that's impressive. Because they have makeup.
I've met
They have a
people
lot
who
of
are
stuff.
brats.
That is also true.
That is true. That's also
Yeah.
true. But you know what's also kind of true?
What?
Potentially space loss.
Hey, bro, you didn't even ask me my favorite toy.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
pretty
That's true.
disrespectful.
I thought you said
Wow.
it. I'm being. Oh wow.
Not for nothing. That's hurtful.
Yeah, I'm gonna mic myself
that's
off.
cold-blooded, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. They be your own people. Listen, guys. I think there's two options. There was one stuffed animal Crash Bandicoot that I had for the longest time. That was my guy, man. R.I.P. to you. Joe, whistle now. I'm gonna cry. The other one, oddly specific, and because we've been talking about Pokemon, I had like this Pokemon Stadium thing, and I had like a Geodude and some other Pokemon. That was my jam, bro. They were
Oh.
fighting. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it had like a sound effect in it too. So it'd be like so yeah.
Hey, that's awesome.
I used to love playing with toys, man. I'm not sure if it's as popular as it used to be.
Yeah,
because
most of you
obviously
just buy an iPad.
iPads, you have all the apps, you got your Xboxes, your Switches. So I feel that it's maybe could be like a lost art in some fashion. So I guess that's why the importance of a toy hall of fame is what is needed to let people remember the good old days of just playing with your good old toys. Also, Nerf guns were popping, bro.
Nerf guns were
They
popping.
still are.
They
They're still
kinda
making that
are.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're still fun. Let's be
Mhm.
real. Like if
You-
we get in
yeah.
a Nerf battle, like
If
here,
you handed this room 4 Nerf guns, it'd be the time of our lives.
yeah,
bro.
we'll be
But-
playing outside.
Yeah, we wouldn't do it in here because if we broke anything,
Someone spilled something on the board. Ah, am I eating chowder? Oh no! Can you imagine getting chowder on there? Oh,
that'd
the
be.
smell.
I would. So many
That'll
people
be,
would-
yeah.
You wouldn't make it out of this building.
Nah, not at all. You'd be just outlawed. They'd kick you out of the school, and for good reason.
Hey, and some people might be outlaws in space. So potential space loss. The University of St. Andrews has joined forces with the UK SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, to establish protocols and procedures if aliens are found. The team warned that although there are measures in place for dealing with threats posed by asteroid impacts, there is no agreed response if a radio signal were picked up from another intelligent life form. The SETI Post Detection Hub will bring together experts from around the world to decide how to decipher methods, enact space laws, and anticipate social, I can't
Hey,
get it.
bro, it's just words.
Society
Just
impact.
Skip it, bro.
Anticipate society's impact. Aliens could get in touch tomorrow, and we must know what to say to them. Scientists have warned as they launch a new research hub to prepare humanity for first contact. The team warned that although there are measures in place for dealing with threats, that's what is happening. I
Hey,
think it's
bro.
the same
In
thing.
conclusion,
In conclusion,
space,
space.
bro.
Space loss.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Space laws is crazy. I will say aliens scare the life out of me, and I would sell my soul in order to not get probed. And that's where I'm gonna leave it at.
Wow. I would like to talk to aliens though. That would be kind
For
of
real, I have no inkling in my entire soul.
unless they want to probe me or something. I don't.
No, like
I'd be
in
like,
general,
hey, what's up?
if they started the conversation, hey, bro, I ain't gonna probe you. I'd be like, listen, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to get to know you at this point. You're an outer space demon, and I want nothing to
Wow.
do with you. Just
Wow.
kidding. Let me backtrack because there are aliens, and I'm sure there are. Listen to this program on Facebook and on the iHeartRadio app. I'm a good guy. I love
Is Tanner an
aliens.
alien?
Ugh.
He said he was.
This is
Yeah,
true.
exactly. He was an alien. And like I watched, I don't know why this weekend I was like, I gotta watch the Men in Black trilogy, and I watched it, and
You
I was
watched all
like,
3. Wow.
yeah, it was
Did he
fun.
slap
They were
anybody?
fun movies. They were fun movies. No, well, he did. He was
Yeah.
fighting aliens and stuff. So he did. Yeah, Will Smith joke. Anyways, you know, it was, and now I have an appreciation of aliens again. I'll be like, I would talk to aliens to see what's up.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, how you doing? Like,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
how's your day been? How's the space miles?
Like they
Everything
probably
good?
already like reading my mind,
Probably.
ingesting my
miles.
soul. I
How
mean,
about them
I'm good.
space miles? Am I right? Like,
Hey, bro, you know what's kind of giving me
Space
alien
gas.
vibes though?
what?
What?
Chickens.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
So let's
away.
go to some good old Bok Bok news.
Bok Bok News.
Presented by Raising Cane's. No, I'm kidding. Raising Cane's, a restaurant famously known for exclusively selling chicken fingers. Chicken fingers is crazy. Is suing a Northwest Indiana shopping center after being told over 8 months and over $1 million in construction later that it would be prohibited from selling chicken fingers due to a long-standing undisclosed deal with McDonald's. Now, a lawsuit filed by Raising Cane's in federal court in Texas alleges that the crossing of Hobart and property owner of Schottenstein Property Group tricked the popular chicken finger chain into signing a 15-year lease that would equate to more than $2 million in rent, while never disclosing McDonald's held the exclusive rights to sell chicken at the shopping center located to the South Lake Mall in Hobart. Now, the lawsuit said, quotes, despite knowing the entire business model of Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers is premised on the sale of chicken fingers, defendants specifically did not disclose the issue before the lease was executed. The lawsuit claims that not only did the defendants specifically tell Raising Cane's that there were no exclusivity rights that would affect their restaurant, but that the defendants even tried to sell Raising Cane's the exclusive rights to sell deboned chicken at the shopping center, all while knowing McDonald's had already been sold that same exact right. The lawsuit also states that the executive rights were given to McDonald's in 1994 by previous property owners, and it goes on to say that not only was the crossing of Hobart aware of this exclusive deal, but they attempted to, quote, cover up their misconduct.
Wow.
Wow.
So many chicken beef or
So much
chicken orange. Chicken,
Oh,
I don't know how.
bro.
Because chicken's not beef.
Chickens can have beef, bro.
Chicken beef.
Chicken beef.
Eat more chicken.
Eat more chicken.
Chicken.
Good for you.
Chicken. That is the most truthful statement I've ever heard. Chicken good for you. This story is hilarious to me
Yes,
because
it is.
they
How can
really.
How can you own the rights to like
Isn't that crazy?
serve a product?
Especially
How was that
McDonald's.
meeting- what was that meeting like? Listen, McDonald's, we really want you here. We'll allow you the only person to sell chicken in this entire plaza.
It's kind of weird, but because
What?
McDonald's is not known for chicken.
I know.
It's like,
Like you
why?
have the McNuggets.
They have
and
nuggets and that's it.
Is that chicken? Who knows? Do
That's
they
not
taste
even
delicious.
that can be-
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sweet and sour sauce.
I'm more of a honey mustard guy.
Barbecue
I get
sauce
it.
for me.
Barbecue, I'm cool with it.
I'm
You?
cool with all the sauce
Sweet.
except ranch. I don't like ranch.
Dab me up, Victor. I can't stand ranch, man. Ranch is
neither.
disgusting.
Ranch is fine.
Ranch is the devil's milk. All right. It's just wrong.
No, that's mayonnaise.
no, because I like
I
mayonnaise.
use mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is good.
I like mayonnaise.
I like some
A
mayonnaise.
thin layer of mayonnaise on a sandwich. Is okay.
Exactly. it's good.
Yeah.
Small enough, it's fine. But like too much, no.
No, I can't just be eating mayo like that. Like
No,
full of mayo.
not
keeps
like
your doctor
Rosalia.
away.
Not Rosalia. No.
She-
She eats.
There's some things about her I enjoy.
I
That
just
is
got
that
shivers
is
down my spine.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the video of her eating like a cup
No.
of mayonnaise. Yeah,
I gotta
this
send that to
video.
my girlfriend. She's
I'll
got-
send you. I'll send you that.
that
I'll
is
send you
wrong on so many
No.
levels.
That is wrong on too many
Yeah.
levels.
That speaking of that, I was supposed to see her in concert at
Really?
I
think she
Radio
was-
City Music
uh-huh.
Hall. And that was the week where I got COVID. So once again, whoever gave me COVID, I will find you and make sure the next concert you go to is the absolute worst experience of your lifetime because you stole my moment.
You're gonna buy tickets to the concert to sit next to this person.
Yes, I'm
And
gonna
then just be like-
spill chowder on them. Oh, God, chowder. Ah.
Keep it in a thermos. Just, oh no, I'm so sorry.
Then it's like as soon as they're cleaned up, the concert goes on. I sneak my way back in. More chowder.
No, you gotta switch it up. You never let them know your next move. Next time,
right?
it's gotta be like ice cream or something.
No, I'm gonna open a grilled cheese sandwich that's just made, split it apart, throw it at them. Mozzarella. on there.
That's what you get for giving Isaiah COVID.
One side
know.
Mozzarella, one side American.
Because I was undefeated for 2 years, man.
I'm still undefeated.
Reigning,
Um,
defending, undisputed, never got COVID champion.
Uh,
I return here to this establishment. Some sick freak gave me COVID.
I'm a 3-time survivor.
I'm an undisputed
3
champion now.
times?
It 3 times.
Jesus, Joe.
Don't-
Put on a mask. I'm
Sorry,
kidding. I'm
Jesus.
kidding.
I haven't got COVID. I'm still undefeated. And who
Congratulations.
knows?
Bro, I thought I was
Someone
immune.
call for Victor.
All right. All right.
Pop.
All right. I think we got one.
One more
Ah,
story.
We got 1 minute left in the
Should I
program.
speed run it? Good old Verga. Now it's time. The midterms are past. Details of the elections are still coming out. Now that I've learned a few things about this country while doing the show, but BBC has taught me one thing I didn't expect to learn. Elections can be determined by a coin flip. That's right. Not one, but 2 contests had resorted to this method this week. One for a council seat and another for a magistrate. And on both occasions, candidates were more than happy for a 50-50 chance provided by a flip of a coin. This first look at Brickendale County, a small county in southwest Louisville, where candidates David Albright and Ronnie Robinson were vying for 4th District Master Grade. Each of them received 572 votes according to the local reports, and 2 of them agreed that one flip would be the coin flip and choose heads or tails to decide whether Albright called heads and won. In the race nearby Moldero City, a city council seat also decided by a coin toss. Candidates Deborah Neal, Sharon Hodges were asked about local county clerk to choose heads or tails before the clerk flipped the coin. Heads on the top again. Miss Noel won city council here on 90.3 WMC from Montclair. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. I did it, guys.
That was amazing.
You did it.
You
That was
you
so
did it.
good.
That was so good.
That hurt.
And
That really
wow,
hurt.
but wow, at 90.3 WMSC, we
What's
do
the
everything
vibe?
in less than a minute.
That's our catchphrase now.
Mm,
Hey, what a great program, guys. It was a great show.
Yeah, WMSC.
Yeah.
It was a great program.
Yes.
I
definitely
thought you were
was.
gonna do it.
I told you, you immediately
I know.
peaked.
I know. I'll take that one moment, Joe. I'll never forget it.
I will.
No. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to the Morning Buzz here with me, Isaias Ramirez, Joe Verga, Kianu Maysonett. And shout out to Tanner, who's in Los Angeles right now. And Cam is, I think, sick. So get better, my friend.
Get better, Cam.
So
Get better,
yeah,
Cam.
there's-
We need you back.
we need you back at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am Victor Muniz Rosa. Nos vemos.
Hey, you're listening to